We weren't going to do a video on the Mix, but since we got so many requests, today we're going to be unboxing it and checking it out. Now, most of you are aware that the Mix is not an easy phone to get. It's a concept phone by Xiaomi, and they aren't really selling many of these. But we decided to get one the minute we got our hands on it, and we also heard some news that they might bring it to India. So I thought, why not do a video on it? Now we have the black color right now. It's going to be available in a white as well. I'll leave a link to buy it in the description below from the website we got it from. Luckily, we weren't charged any custom duty or charge. In case you get lucky, this phone is about $1,000 US. That's roughly around 66 to 67,000 Indian rupees. And you can buy it. This is the 4GB variant, and you can see inside the box you do get a leather case, which is quite identical to the case of the iPhone. So in terms of design and look, the case is almost identical to the case from the inside in terms of the leather quality and design. You also get a standard USB to USB Type-C cable, and you also get a wall charger. Again, this is a international pin charger since the phone has not been launched in India. It is a quick charger, as you can see over here, giving you up to 2.5 amps on 5 volts. Now, all the information, basic documentation, again, is in Chinese, and you also get a SIM ejector tool inside the box. So nothing really specific, but this is what the phone looks like. Let's quickly unravel it. Now, while the company claims that this has a 90 plus screen to body ratio, in reality, a 6.4-inch display, which has a strange resolution due to the way the design of the display is. So you get a 2040 pixel by 1080 pixel resolution, giving you a total of 362 pixels per inch. In reality, the screen to body ratio is about 83.6%. But just look at this display. It's almost edge to edge, and it absolutely looks fantastic. Now, just to get this design going, the company shifted around the electronics on the front, and you can see the front facing camera now sits at the bottom of the device. It is a 5 megapixel camera, but the size of the camera is about 50% smaller in terms of the sensor inside the device. Also, to remove the proximity sensor, they're now using an ultrasonic proximity sensor which sits behind the display, and the earpiece in itself is a piezoelectric earpiece. So what it does is it creates a vibration and makes the whole front screen vibrate when you're talking on the phone. It's a different experience. You can really hear the person on the other side clearly, but sometimes it does sound a little muffled. Now, if you do a quick one over, like I said, the front has a 6.4-inch display. It is an IPS LCD display, so you don't get the deep levels of black that you would with an AMOLED display. Maybe the Mix 2 will have that feature. Now, on the bottom, you have a USB Type-C port, which is flanked on either side by a speaker and a microphone grill. The speaker is absolutely loud, and you will hear that when you're playing games or watching video. It is impressively loud. Over at the right is where your power button and volume rocker is. Over at the top, you'll see 2 secondary noise cancellation microphones along with a 3.5mm headphone jack. So they did still retain the jack. On the left is a dual SIM tray. It does accept CDMA, GSM, 4G, 3G, VoLTE SIMs, all sorts of SIM cards are accepted. Now, the design of the device is very interesting. It's made out of a completely ceramic body, exceptionally good looking and also exceptionally reflective. It also is a fingerprint magnet. What's also interesting is that ceramic is one of the hardest substances available. So that means when you wipe it on your shirt or when you wipe it with anything that you have in or around your house, you won't get scratches on the back. So it's extremely scratch resistant, but is also very, very brittle. If you drop the phone, it basically will crunch and shatter from the location where it hits. It'll also damage your display. So if you do manage, or if you do plan on buying this phone, I would recommend that you use a case at all times because the back is also exceptionally slippery. Now, interestingly, running everything is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 821. They almost immediately released it after the launch of the 821, which is great. You get a quad-core CPU with two 2.35 GHz cores and two 1.6 GHz cores, and you also get the Adreno 530 GPU. Now, it is available in 2 variants with a 128GB and 4GB that we have here. It's also available in a 256GB with 6GB of RAM, which does have some 18-karat gold accents on it, which is interesting. MIUI 8 with Android 6, but it will be updated to Android 7 in the coming days, and also will support many of the Android 7.1 features, including Google Assistant, once the update is eventually rolled out. Now, it also has a 4,400 milliamp hour battery, so it's not holding back over there. Now, over at the back is a 16 megapixel camera with an f2 aperture. But one of the most interesting things about this device is when you launch the camera application, you'll see how interesting the whole screen visual looks. Once you go and change the aspect ratio of the images to get a full screen image, you'll see that using this screen as a viewfinder for clicking images is an amazing experience because it's an almost edge-to-edge viewfinder for a camera. And the camera in itself is pretty good as well, and it does really well in low light as well as bright light as far as our first impressions are concerned. The phone is really fast and responsive and has some of the interesting Xiaomi MIUI features already inbuilt into the device. So you do get things like dual apps and a second space that allows you to split your home screen into two different types of spaces, which you can customize according to your requirements. And dual apps allows you to run two instances of the same app. So you can have two instances of Snapchat or two instances of WhatsApp running on your device. You also get one-handed use, which is inbuilt into the device. And you also get this quick launcher, which allows you to put all the buttons on screen using this little circle. It also allows you to lock the device from here and also allows you to take screenshots. It's like accessibility features. It removes the need for physical keys and replaces them with soft keys that are on the screen. You can move them around. So if you don't want them at the bottom of the device, you can move the circle around. But still, the most interesting aspect of the Mix has to be the display. It looks absolutely gorgeous in your hand and it feels really incredible. I would recommend using the phone with the case that comes with it because the phone is exceptionally slippery and it does tend to slip out of your hand and slip off of surfaces that are smooth because of the hardness of the ceramic. It's completely slippery on most surfaces, including tabletops, plastics, etc. So carrying the phone in the case that comes with the device is an imperative decision and should be taken by those deciding to buy this phone. Like I said, we bought this phone from GearBest and I'm going to leave a link to buy it in the description below. We were actually not thinking of doing a review on this device, but more of an experience video, and we've done that. So if you guys really want a review of the Mix and are wondering if this phone makes sense, let us know in the comment section below. If you want a review of the Mix or if you want a comparison with any of the phones, we'll try and do that video for you guys if we get enough requests. You can visit iGyan.in for more information on the Mix. You can also visit us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Instagram, and Snapchat. If you're interested in buying an iGyan Gear t-shirt, they're on sale right now. So you can go definitely grab one of those. And until I see you next time, guys, this has been Bharat. Thank you guys for watching.